Hey everyone, Joe here for the Bill Course Wellness Center. I'm bringing you the Friday WOD. On Fridays we use kettlebells or dumbbells. So for today's workout, handy dandy kettlebell, my personal favorite piece of equipment. For today's workout, we're going to be doing 3 parts. For each part, you have 10 minutes, so that's a total of 30 minutes of working time, more than enough to get a burn for your get your weekend started off right. So what we're going to be doing, 2 exercises for each part, and I'll put all this in the description as always. 2 exercises per each part. So you put 10 minutes on the clock, and every minute you have to knock out that exercise, and once the minute goes down, you have whatever remaining break you have to do the next exercise. So for the first set, by the way, you will need a towel, just a hand towel. We'll be doing hand towel curls in a little bit. But for the first round, we'll start 10 minutes on the clock. Make sure you do a warm-up. Check out the stretch break. That's going to be put out later today. And we're going to start with a kettlebell high pull to a reverse lunge. So for this one, it's not a deadlift. We're going to use almost like a swing. We're going to use our hips and our legs to get it up here. And once you get it up here, you want it racked. So it's not out, it's racked. So you're doing a high pull, double arm, racked. So it's rested, you're using your core so you're not arching. And we're doing a reverse lunge. So we're going to go 5 each side, that's 10 total. Once you finish that 10, you have the rest of the minute to break. Then we'll do exercise number 2. So here's the kettlebell high pull to reverse lunge. You're here, boom, I'm racked, good posture, and I'm sending it back. 1, 2, 3. So all the way, 5 each side, 10 total. Take your time with it. You should be able to finish this amount of work in the allotted time. Another thing you'll notice is I'm barefoot. I love doing kettlebell flows. Obviously you can't do it in a gym, but if you're at your house or outside in the grass, great opportunity to work on those muscles and the stability in your foot and your feet. There's muscles in the feet, believe it or not. And if you're always wearing shoes working out, you maybe your feet muscles get weak. You could have some pain that can shoot up the body. So whenever you get the chance, try to move around barefoot. I'm going to do this one barefoot. Exercise number 2, after you do the high pull to reverse lunge, we're going to pop down to the ground. And we are going to do a up and over push-up with that single arm row. So we're going to do some anti-rotation as well as some pushing. So I'll show you both angles here. Show you the front. So on that push-up, I'm going here, push-up, up, row. Notice I'm not rotating. What it is, you do that push-up, you come up, row, back down, over, push-up, row, hold, back down. So we're going over, that's 5 each, 10 total. Again, that's not that many reps. So make them count. This row, really squeeze. It's not as much of a row as it is a core exercise, even though it doesn't look like it. It's a single arm plank, you're rowing, you're anti-rotating. It's really good for the core and your stability. So that's part number 1. So you have the high pull to reverse lunge. So on the odd minutes, you're gonna do that. On the even minutes, you're doing this push-up. If the push-ups get to be too much, just scratch them. You don't have to do, that's gonna be a lot of push-ups. That's 5 rounds, that's 50 push-ups. If you can't do that, that's fine. Let's at least get that row. 1, 2, 3, and then over, hold, 1, 2, 3. That's where the money happens. Maybe do a push-up every other time. But that is part number 1. For part number 2, we are doing a hop up, a double hop into a kettlebell jump. So if the jump is too much, you know the modifications, we don't jump, we're gonna get up to the toes. So instead of jumping, we'll go to the toes. But this is what it's gonna look like. So for the advanced, we're gonna use the kettlebell upright, and it's gonna use some stability in the shoulders. Be careful, you don't want it falling over on you. So you really have to be stable with the kettlebell. That's gonna come with shoulder stability, core stability, and upper body strength. So it's gonna look like this. 1, 2, and a jump, back down. Notice how I didn't land stiff-legged. You wanna land with the knees bent, absorbing the force in those muscles, not the knees. Not the knees and the hips where you just triple extension, just slamming the joints. We don't want to do that. So maybe practice that. Practice your jumping if you can. It's not going to take much elevation to get it when you have weight in your hand. Also, notice I'm not hunched over. I'm upright, absorbing, keeping my torso upright. So we'll go through the full movement. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. We're going to go all the way to 9. 9 of the double hops with the kettlebell jumps. Remember, if you can't jump, we're going up to the toes and back down. So you're onto the toes, you're exploding up. That's what we want, that explosion. Getting onto the balls of the feet, being athletic. Next, we do need the towel for this one. We're doing kettlebell towel curls. This is really going to challenge your grip and your core, coordination, all that stuff. So, kettlebell has a convenient loophole. I want you standing up tall, so you're not arching. Really working on the posture here. And we are going to do 9 kettlebell towel curls. It's not comfortable. It's a little awkward. But let me tell you, I am feeling the burn already. Couple tricks. Don't keep these feet together. Widen that stance up for 2 reasons. 1, it's going to be a wider base. And 2, if that towel rips or you drop the kettlebell, it's not smashing those feet. If that towel curl is too much, say you have too heavy of a kettlebell, take that towel out and grab the bull by the horns. Again, posture upright, moving nice and slow, engaging those stabilizing muscles so that you can stay upright. So that's number 2. We had the double hop backs, kettlebell jump, kettlebell towel curls. We're going to do 9 of those jumps, 12 curls. Again, odds, you're going double hops. Number 2, evens, kettlebell, towel curls. Boom, part number 3. Same concept, odds, evens, 10 rounds, 5 each. We're going to start with locomotive rows. So this one is going to take definitely wide stance, and this would be a good one to go outside for. By the way, break in between rounds. Take 2 to 3 minutes in between rounds. So 10 minutes, break. 10 minutes, break. 10 minutes, break. Definitely take this one outside or somewhere where you can drop the kettlebell and you know it's going to be safe, not around the dog, not around the kids. Outside, not on your feet. So what we're going to do, this is you have to feel the momentum with this one, so we're not stiff dropping. We're doing a pass. So it's a 2, 3, 4. Now you notice I'm squatting in this one. I'm not saying stiff-legged. It's not a squat. It's a row. My shoulders aren't caving in. I'm not concaving. Shoulders are back. I'm controlling the weight. Passing, working on my eye-hand coordination, getting athletic. All the meanwhile, working on those pulling muscles. It's great for your grip. Great for really almost the whole body. Just because you're absorbing that contact. You're working on the eye-hand. It's really a great exercise to practice. Once again, emphasis on practice. Don't just go out slinging this thing on the tile and expect not to drop it. It might drop. Be careful with that one. 24 locomotive rows. Last, we're popping down to our knees. Another one of my favorite kettlebell exercises. Bull by the horns right here. And what we're doing, 1, 2, 3, kettlebell halos, kneeling halos. So on this one, wide stance with the knees. You want to keep this as close to the head as possible. I'll show you from this angle. Notice I'm not giving. My posture is not giving. I'm controlling this weight. Big time core exercise. Big time for the shoulders. It's a really good exercise. You're going to feel it in places. If you've never done a halo, you will feel it in places that you haven't before. And so, locomotive rows, kneeling kettlebell halos, 5 of each, 10 total to finish out that monster kettlebell workout. You guys have a great weekend. Keep working hard. Reach out if you'd like an exercise prescription. If you have any ideas, please reach out. Also, don't forget, we're starting our first boot camp class next Thursday. So the upcoming Thursday, it is the 13th. Stay tuned for more from the Bill Coors Wellness Center staff. Cheers.